just pulled this piece out of the saw. So we're gonna look at it, and we're gonna look at some stuff that was in the tumbler. We do the tumbler on Thursdays, so we have a new batch of stuff that came out of the tumbler to look at. There we go. Let's make sure that's muted too. Awesome, there we go. So yeah, happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome. Glad you decided to join us today. Welcome, John. Welcome, Karen. Welcome, Chubby Hubby. Welcome, Jeff. Rufo had stopped in for a minute. Spot was lurking while she's working. All kinds of fun stuff going on. Papa's Gems is here. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a fantastic week. And Brian's here. I love that. Chubby Hubby said, good idea to John. He was talking about doing projects with leftover paint. And Chubby Hubby said, waste not, want not. Agree. There's the Rufo. And anybody else? Am I missing anybody else? Right on. Angie's here. Hello, Angie. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. I'm still oohing and on over the Makers Challenge videos. I don't know about you guys. I've had to go back and watch and rewatch several of them because they're that kind of good. So yeah, I don't know about you guys. I'm sure the same goes, but yeah, I'm still reeling from that side swipe this year. Holy cow. That was a lot of fun. Let's see, I bagged a couple of these up. I wanted to put in some birthday packages because I still haven't got the birthday packages out. Most of the reason why is because I haven't felt real super well and I don't want to send any creepy crawlies in the mail to anybody. So, delay on the birthdays. But it's okay. Anyway, I've got some new material that because I've had a delay in birthday packages, I can go ahead and slip some of this new stuff into things. So we have, if you guys were with me on Sunday, we looked at the uranium glass that came out of the tumbler. And we'll look at that again really quick. But that's not quite a tumbler load. That's not quite a barrel, right? It was closer to a barrel. I also had these nice agate slabs that I put in with it. So now we're getting a little closer to a barrel, but we're still not quite a barrel. So throughout the way, I have, some of these rocks were in there from the get-go, but some of them were just like super smooth anyways, and they didn't really need a rough tumble. And so as things get smaller and smaller, instead of adding porcelain beads and things, I add some other rocks. So with now we have a tumbler barrel full of material. So we'll have a quick look at that here in a minute when I get you guys turned around. And the thumbnail is this, like, what is it? Is it a petrified wood? Is it an agate? Is it an agatized petrified wood? I'm really not sure. You guys will have to pitch in the comments and tell me what you think this is. So yeah, I just cut 3 pieces plus an end cut off of that rock. I think there might be enough in there to do one more. I'd actually hoped I'd get one more done, but I had to take a minute and like clean myself up a little before I let you guys look at me. I was looking a little rough. I must have slept right on my face because I had this wicked sleep wrinkle. It made me look like Scar off The Lion King. And that thing just would not go away. I had this sleep wrinkle right across my eye. Hey, Andrew. Happy Wednesday to you. Glad we could entertain you while you're catching up on your house chores. Many a times I've been washing dishes or had my hands in saw oil. I actually stopped cutting this. I was cutting this rock as I uploaded the thumbnail and did all the stuff for the video. And as you guys were waiting, as the clock was counting down for this video and we were chatting a little bit, I got saw oil all over my keyboard and all over my mouse. And I was like, where did it come from? I thought I got it all. Ooh, good idea, Chubby Hubby. He said Michigan Rocks needs a rock anchor and a boat to go with his rock chain. Do it, Papa. Going to do another video with my bedhead, he says. Yeah, oh yeah. I do what I can to keep the saw oil like contained. Like there's cardboard, there's plastic, there's newspaper, there's kitty litter, there's all kinds of things to try to keep the saw oil contained. I took one step out here earlier onto the hardwood floor and left a little oil mark and was like, where did that come from? How did that, how? So I took a step back and wiped my shoe off. I try to keep it contained. What you got there, Angie? Oily keys. Yeah. I also tried to wipe that off real quick. I noticed too, oh, my apron's in the other room. I peeled it off as I was filling my cup to try to get here on time. Hi, I'm here on time. But I noticed the other day too that my apron is getting particularly discolored. And I was like, look at all of that I didn't get all over my clothes by wearing that thing. What a cool little investment that was. Right on, Angie. She just started Papa's channel in the comment in the chat, so be sure to click that, check that out, subscribe. What else? Do we have anything else we need to talk about before I turn you around? Might have more to talk about when we come back around, but I think for now, let's look at some rocks. I'll wait and see if anybody has any more questions. I need a feel-good story too. I didn't start with a feel-good story. Shame on me. Do I have a feel-good story? Let me think on that for just a second. I mean, kind of, I guess I could tell you guys. So it was interesting. I'm going to tell you what the kids were up to. So my girlfriend who I went to high school with, she lives just like kitty corner on the other corner of the block from us. There's like, what, 1.5 houses in between her house and mine. And she says, oh, the kids are going to have a bonfire tonight. The weather got a little bit nice the other day. It's pretty nice out there today too, but it's awful windy today. But the other day it just got like beautiful, gorgeous, nice out. Like we were so lucky. And in fact, you guys may hear my door. I've got my front door cracked just a little bit. I got like saw oil in the air. I can taste it. I can smell it. So I'm trying to get some fresh air to come through here. And so anyway, it's been nice enough to have the doors open and things like that. That first nice day though, she comes in to the grocery store and she's buying, you know, graham crackers and marshmallows and hot dogs and soda pop and chips and buns and things. And I'm like, oh, and she says, we're having a bonfire, I guess. The kids came home today and informed me that we're having a bonfire. And I was like, well, that's awesome. And she's like, I bet I'm not invited. I said, I bet you are. You've got all the snacks. And I was like, it's okay, Darcy. I was like, were you going to have a bonfire tonight? And she's like, no, probably not. And I was like, but now you are. So how cool are you? Like, you're, you know, we're cool because we got cool kids. Like, we're to that age in our life, right? left the door open that night, I could smell the bonfire smoke, the campfire smoke. It wasn't really a bonfire. It's in a fire pit, right? But still, they stood around and had a fire and, you know, laughed. I could hear them laughing. I could hear them I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I could hear that they were having a good time. And the next thing I know, here they all come, and they all come traipsing through. I've got a front door and a back door, and they come traipsing through. And as they go through, they're like, "Hey, Mom, we're going to take our trampoline over there." And I'm like, okay, I guess. And we're talking the full-size trampoline. I mean, I don't know what that thing weighs, but every time I have to move it to mow the grass, I swear it weighs 1,000 pounds. So I look out the window, and I figure they're gonna like back a truck up to it, hoist it up there, and then like a couple of them will keep it balanced. Oh, no. I look out the window, and they've got like 7 guys on this trampoline, and it's literally walking around the corner of the alley here in front of my house, down the road, and into my friend's yard. And so now they have 2 full-size trampolines in her yard, and I guess like I say, I could hear them. They were out there just having a blast. They listened to some music. Again, I couldn't hear exactly what they were listening to, but I could hear the bass bumping around a little. And yeah, they moved it Amish barn style. Yeah, no kidding. And one of the girls was out with her camera, and she walked backwards the whole time and taped them doing this, videotaped them doing this. And all I could do was shake my head. Like, if I asked them to put forth such energy, they would moan and groan about it. But when it's a good idea for them, they can move a barn. No, it's good to hear everybody having fun. And then they stayed out like pretty late, like 11:30. It wasn't terribly late, but it got cooler in the evening. And then they all got up in the morning and went over there and helped clean up. So good for them. That's the way to do it. Good, clean fun. Yeah, it was so entertaining. Like, what do? They do all kinds of crazy things. They did. They had so much fun. And why not? Like, in fact, I think the weather says it's supposed to snow here again soon. So enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, now that we've got some kind of a feel-good story out there, some reason to make us smile here in the middle of this week, I'm going to turn you around and we're going to look at some rocks finally. Goodness. Chubby Hubby says, hit that like button or lick that like button or whatever. And then Rufo says, You know what, guys? Let's just go with this rule. Like, don't lick rocks, don't lick like buttons. Maybe just don't lick your like button. Okay. We've got this big rock in the saw. Again, what is it? You guys saw the thumbnail, kind of. I guess you saw just like one side of it. Sometimes it's hard to tell what a rock is when you're only looking at one side of it. But I was hoping it'd be pretty, and it's okay. Oh, let's see. This again, you guys, I need to find a new tripod. Okay. Wiggle, jiggle, jiggle, wiggle. There's the end. Get up there. There's the end. There's a piece of it. Another piece. Oh, look at that jersey pocket. Surprise, surprise. Let's get you in there. And the last piece. I tried to wash it off real fast before I started the live. And I think I missed a little bit of the oil. It's all right. Rub it in, rub it in. And the other side. Let's do some of this. Of course, like this one I say is like most covered in oil. We'll whip through them real quick and then we'll backlight them. And then, you guys, I really thought this would be UV fun. I thought this would be a UV light delight. And this pocket glows a little bit and like just a couple of the little white flecks, but really nothing else. Yep. Oops, sorry. It came out of focus a little bit and I was reading Karen's comment there and I want to share it with everyone. She says, cool mineral blooms in there. And I do believe this was probably a Yellowstone piece. I picked this up out of that Sherman stuff. Like this little pocket here glows under the UV too. But that's really kind of about it. Otherwise, really, this little pocket catches a UV. So I'll throw this little chunk in the tumbler too. Possibly a couple of those other pieces. So yeah, it was not really dazzling under the UV. But they're nice backlit, so we will jump to that. Hey, son. Can you... I think the Xbox remote batteries are dead. Mm-hmm. Can you plug it in, I think, to this plug-in and then turn me on some background music? Okay. That way we don't hear you over there with your things and you're eating and you're... Yes, please do. And then we plug it back into when you're done so that... and just let the Xbox roll. I think I just added one to my liked list.
You should get the Xbox app on your phone. Tonight I'll help you set it up. You can turn it on and control it from your phone.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sorcery.
It's not.
It is too.
It's very cool stuff though.
Cynthia, welcome. I can't believe that pocket didn't go through. When you see this thing backlit, I'm going to go ahead and give up on the UV for now. You guys kind of get the idea there, I think. But yeah, let's jump right into this. So when you see this pocket backlit, it's almost amazing that it doesn't go all the way through because it almost looks like it should. Ooh, I hope you guys aren't seeing that flicker. And if you haven't done the thing where you turn up the resolution, you should probably do that so you can see all of this bloomy, plumey goodness. I love you, my boy. It looks like a face. Brr. Oh my goodness. Dogs barking outside. Way to go, Angie. She's watching on her 50-inch TV. She sees all the goodness, she says. I am not left-handed, so congratulations to me for running both the flashlight and the rock. At a fairly decent
What you looking for, Trev? Light.
go back. Yeah, your brother will help you. Cool. Thanks, guys. I might have added one too to my background music. I play that one, that purple one. Sure, thank you. Okay, sorry about the hand drift. I'm trying to pay attention. I swear. Thanks, guys. Oh, right there. Try not to shake. Way to cooperate, left hand. Ooh, that's pretty.
Milk. I was about to say.
All right. So this is in the saw today. First thing today, I got up and just hit the ground running. Chopped you guys up some goodies to look at. And I think, like I said, I think there's like one, maybe two more slices in there. And then it's Dunsky. It was a smaller rock. It was even smaller than this one. And you can see this one kind of hand size. This one might hit the chopper later, we'll see. We'll see. All right. What came out of the tumbler, guys? A whole bunch of uranium glass. This is my favorite piece of this. See if we can get it to stand up in here and behave. This is my favorite piece of this because of this little white plume. Nice and shiny. Beautiful Montana agate, if I had to guess. Hey there, Sandmaker. Happy Wednesday to you. Oh, yeah, so very pretty. Look at that shine on the edge. Oh, yeah, we can almost see our reflections in there. So like I say, that's probably my favorite piece of that. And like I say, it's because of that little like white plume that made it. And it was the only piece that had that. I really like the end too, because it polished nice. I wondered if I just saw some iris on the bottom of that too, Jeff, but I don't know. We'll go back and look at it in just a second. Look at all the fun little dendrites in there. And I mean, this got everything, hasn't it? Make it thinner. Boy, I don't know. What I actually thought when I thought I saw iris in here, I think it was honestly just the play of that stand behind it. Because now I just am not sure that... Turn it the other way. Right, and there is a big quartz pocket in the middle of that, but I just don't know. Ooh, that had a nice click to it when I put it down. And then when I dropped that one too, holy crap, them are loud. Yeah, you guys think so, huh? Maybe I'll throw them through the tumbler one more time then. This one's thinner, but it doesn't show as much of that irisy stuff. So those were fun. In fact, this was the piece that Rocky Mountain Bear's bear came out of. This was probably the next piece over. It's got an almost bearish shape to it. But not quite as much as that piece that I gave to him did. Holy moly. And then John said even if it's not iris, it still has wonderful flow lines through it. It was very pretty. I'm gonna just dump those out. We looked at these on Sunday, but maybe not everyone was here on Sunday. Where's my point of focus? And even if you were here on Sunday, maybe you were hoping I would show some of this again. Randy wants it cut more. I missed Sunday, said Angie. There's the bear. Chubby's hubby says I'm allowed to show twice, maybe even thrice or thrice if I need to. So yeah, we're looking at the uranium glass that was in the tumbler. I love it. It came out so nice. Some really, really pretty pieces in there. They like the sound they make when you pour them out, says Sandmaker. I do too. That was one thing I noticed too about when I put them on the pendants. Angie, I did make necklaces. You know what? I'll share them in the Discord when I get done here. When they're hanging, oh man, they make some pretty noises together. Yeah, what a rewarding tumbler load that was. So much fun in there. All these beautiful purple ones too, and they fluoresce. Take him away from the others. Oops, we've got a frosty one snuck in there, haven't we? In fact, two of them, because I was showing those, the frosty ones on Sunday. So these would be two that I pulled out early before the tumble was finished because I liked that frosty look. But you can tell, like, he would have got shiny if I would have finished him, and so would have that one. But I wanted some of them frosty. I don't mind that look. So I pulled a few out before the final polish. They do make a delightful noise. So yeah, some of these I'll wire wrap, and some of them I'll do what I've been doing, Angie, is just drilling a little hole with a Dremel and putting a pinch clasp through. Just a little blue one, the bubble in him. Pink and red colored glass and glows, and some and not all glow intense pink under UV. I have seen that, but I didn't know what was doing that, John. And so we're gonna play with some different wave UV lights this summer too, and see, like, he says that selenium can be, am I pronouncing that right? Can be found in pink, red, and ruby colored glass and glows an intense pink under the UV light. So we were wondering if some of this stuff, like, I know that the manganese glass will react better to, like, you know, a different wave light than some of the uranium glass prefers. Oh my God, will you answer that, please? Thank you. But I've got to just play with some new wave lights. Excuse me. No. You want to talk to him? Hello?
Why, hello there. It's the rock kid turn. So, as you can see, there's some very beautiful glasses here. You got a nice purple, nice green, a little bit of a pinkish, blue, clear, a bit of a white here. And I bet this one came from an older piece of a jar, and this one probably came from a bottle. Now that's just an unexperienced guess, but either way. Oh, Mom's on the phone and she's saying about how the kid's talking to him. God knows what I'm saying.
Thank you. Yep, bye. Did you tell him how many licks it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop?
Man, I should have.
I have no idea what he told you guys. Oh, he totally has a future in voiceovers, Karen. His uncle is like the voiciest dude I know. Oh, what are you doing? Showing him my rocks? Anyway, we're gonna move on. We'll enjoy the beautiful noise just a little bit one more time. The Prairie Kid rocks, says JV. Did you tell him what you did this Easter?
No.
Maybe you should come tell him what you sent me a 9-second clip, like such a teaser.
What did I send you?
You were like, it was your dad, and he was like, "Did your mom like the wood you brought her back last time?" Yeah, tell me about it, because I don't even know about it. We haven't even talked about it yet.
So it's like this 9-second clip of a ton of petrified wood, like them pieces I had a while ago I showed you guys.
There's one on the piano right behind you, on the top.
Where?
Up on the top. Can you get around my bass? There's just a chunk of it.
Yeah, more of these pieces. And
You're my boy, Blue.
there was a big pile of them, kind of. Most of them were in the ground still, but a lot of these pieces, he dug them out with an excavator at a construction site in Idaho. And I suppose they're just sitting there, and I sent Mom a video of them.
Yeah, but what was it? Like, show them with your arms. How much of it was like...
Like, not this big of pieces, but it's like a huge section.
Yeah, like maybe 10 or 12 broken pieces that make a piece that big.
Yeah.
And then there were
And
like
more.
several of those big
Yeah.
long chunks, huh?
Yeah. And yeah, it's hard to get them out of the ground even because they're like in the ground.
So you're playing in the rocks over Easter, huh?
A little bit.
In the Idaho rocks?
Yeah.
Jelly. Slightly jealous. Slightly jealous.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head out.
I've been told I have a face for radio. You're very funny. Very funny. And yeah, I had to say, Chubby Hubby said the bluebirds are back. And that made me say, you're my boy, Blue. I keep hoping my bluebird will come back. But so far, I've got robins. Which is good, because robins are like the first sign of spring, right? So I'm delighted to see the robins. So as far as I know, this is all local material. Yes, this is all stuff I found. Except this one I found in Sherman's stuff. And this one I found in Sherman's stuff. And this one I found in Sherman's stuff. Maybe that one too. Okay, so the rest of this is all stuff that I found. But I bet you that old man Sherman found this stuff locally, because this stuff all really looks familiar. To me. Wait. Let me adjust myself again and kick the table so that I give you guys a little shake shake. He sure did, that old man Sherman. I'll tell you guys a little story while we just look at these. A friend of mine came in the store the other day and said, I got a ring from Sherman's and it had a stone in it and the stone fell out. And she's like, I don't know what it was, but if I bring the ring to you, is there any way that you could sneak a stone back into the setting or, you know, whatever? And I was like, I will look at it, because if it's at all possible, yes, I will. But if the settings are all just like wore away, there isn't a whole lot I can do to help it, right? But I'll look at it, I tell her. And then she's like, man, he had some of the coolest rocks. I wish I would have appreciated his rocks when he was there. And I was like, took the words right out of my mouth. Like, I have totally said exactly that. I wasn't as big into rock hounding then. So, like I say, I will add some of these smoother rocks as I go along, just to keep the level up in my tumbler. So it's kind of a cool one. I like that little red one, that little pink one. They're slippery, they're hard to hang on to. Where's our focus? Definitely not right there. Absolutely grab that chance, right? Karen says, if you can sit down and chat with old timers about rocks, do that. I like this rock. This was an interesting one. Again, it's just something I found. It's not necessarily special in any way. Just, I like it. It was fun. It was cool. Wait, excuse me just a second. The music was a good idea, but it feels so loud. That's because it was just a bit, I think, maybe. But, okay. On with the show. Kind of a little weirdo. Like red unikite. Is there such a thing? You mean it's like the red half of the Unikite without the green? Because I find some Unikite out here sometimes, like full-on red and green. Get the shine on that quartz. Oop. Slippery little bean. Still a little weirdo. Do you now, Angie? Angie says she loves Unikite. Good to know, Angie. Yeah, what a little weirdo, little gray and black shirt. Kind of a pretty little guy. Oop. That one is so slippery. Kind of a pretty little bugger, huh? Oh, look how precious that one is. It's a cute little yellow edge. Like little Easter eggs. Ooh, I like this one. It's like robin egg blue. More gray and black. That might have been a little... I was going to say maybe a petwood, but I'm not sure. He might just be a little chert. I like that yellow color. Always a big fan. Yeah, Brian just said, everybody ready for Kyle's big return? Lots of new goodies, he says. Check out, this is a really pretty feldspar. Really pretty peach colored feldspar. See if we can get it to... We see if we can get it to flash, you guys. There's some. Come on. Flash the kind people. I can't get a hold of it. Ah, you slippery little thing. K-spar? Probably. I always call it feldspar. I actually call it peach stone. Because like peach moonstone. Excuse me. but Karen is probably right. It is. It's a little shy in this piece. I mean, it's there, but that one I had last week where its whole behind lit up, that one was lots of fun. There's a cute little agate. It is. It's like the shimmer on a moonstone, yeah. There's a little bit of something sparkly happening right about there, but... And then also some kind of really dark inclusion in there. I also love feldspars. And Karen says, you're right. We're all right. Case spars, potassium feldspar, which is peach or pink. I think Kentucky Fried Rocks has some. Also, this isn't really the most dazzling rock in the bunch, but there's something about it. It's almost kind of got like a gold fleck appearance. It doesn't, like really doesn't, but I was like, I don't dislike that rock as much as I thought I did. It's kind of okay. Oh, probably some kind of jasper or quartz or something. Sorry that I don't know more. Oh, Prairie Kid left a super sour candy on my desk. I used to eat those when I was a kid too, but not anymore. All the pretty rocks, you guys. All the pretty rocks. And then there's a load that, you know, before, I think there was a load of rocks that was right behind this glass. But let me go get my notebook really quick and make sure I'm not telling stories. Here, look at that while I'm away for a second. Yeah. Today, the rocks are done. I can barely keep track. Look, I had a hard time even keeping track with a dang notebook. Sometimes I am just beyond absent-minded about what grit I am on. And at the first few loads that I ran, I'm going to turn you guys around now, and we'll chat like human beings. The first few tumbler loads that I ran, I could keep track of that stuff. I was like, oh yeah, this week is, you know, this load's on stage 1, and oh, this week this load's on stage 2, and oh, I'm so excited. Just 2 more weeks to go. But you know what? After you've ran 6, 8, 9 loads, pretty soon you're like, what's in there? Oh yeah, cabs. Oh yeah, rocks. Stage 2 or 3 or 4. And then I even have my note, and I'm reading my note last week, and it says that the glass is done, and I'm like, is it? I don't remember getting into the powder. Like, I remember dumping grit into them, but I don't remember dumping powder into them. I'm like, they must be though, and I pulled them out, and yeah, they're definitely done. And then the rocks were definitely like right behind on a grit, because you could tell, like, sometimes when you open it up, you can tell what grit you just did. Yes, that's the Montana Bear Agate's brother. Yes, Bear. Where did it go now? There's his brother. Absolutely. Not nearly as berry as your piece, though. And then also Cynthia says, I found a feldspar in my garden. It lives in the kitchen window still. It had to be a glacial erratic, not natural to northern Illinois. I have a whole windowsill full of feldspar stuff. I think we even did an episode, like, mostly about some of my feldspar stuff that I find here. Let me go grab a few, because some of them are, I know. Oh, cool, says Angie. Or even if I just take you guys, I'll bring them over here. I would take you over there, but I know for sure, like, that's the dog's corner. That's like the dog food and water area, and it's the windowsill is dusty, and so let me go fill my cup up and grab a couple of the feldspars to show to you guys. And we will look at some feldspars, some flashy, flashy feldspars. Oh yeah, okay. Hi, my name's Allison. I like rocks. Okay. We'll sing the song while you're gone. It is pretty berry, isn't it, that piece, Bear? You like that old wood stove, huh? Oh, it puts out good heat, but man, it's messy. It puts dust all over everything, and here we go again. You're in my hand, hang on. I got the whole rock fam in my hand. Okay. So we had talked about the peachy colored ones being the K feldspars. I know this one will flash you guys. No way it won't. Focus is not extraordinary. Okay, I apologize. I just sat down, but I should go take a quick bio break before we get into these. Too many coffees. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, like I say, this one's gonna flash you for sure. And that's like undeniably a peach color. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Papa, have a good day at work. Be sure to act your wage. Pale green. Okay, I might have one that's green too. Why would we have green feldspar? Does anybody have an answer to that question? Never act your age. But if if you need to act your wage. Here's one that's kind of neat. Like, we're going to get some of that flash up across the top, but the feldspar that's in this is like really quite linear. Look, it's popping up here. Ooh, can we get it in the... It was anyway, until the sun went away. Really linear pieces. You can see like big bands of it mushed in there for green. Really? Okay, copper. Copper feldspar will make a green sunstone, says Ozone. Are Amazonite, aren't they? See, I don't know. I'll go grab the green one. It's outside. There, we're getting a little flash up here. This isn't nearly as flashy as the other. I just wanted to show how, like, some of them really long striations and bands and patterns that can run through some of these. Here's a pretty one. Amazonite is case bar too, says Karen. Right, Angie. Yeah, for sure. We would love to see that, Andrew. Of course, we get some of that flash throughout as the faces of this rock are presented, right? But on these broken faces, man, boom. You could almost like signal an airplane if you were lost on the prairie. Here's another one with a really neat, like, fracture plane. Yeah, that one's not kidding around, you guys. Boop, boop, a doop. Like, what is SOS? Long, short, short, long. Long, short, short, long. This one's interesting. Yes, perfect cleavage, says the bear. I love, like, let's look at it without the flash, too, by the way. It's like blue and pink, and blue and pink, and blue and pink, and pink and blue, and blue and pink, and pink and blue. And it, when they're together so close like that, it's almost kind of gives you that illusion of like a purple color. But yeah, the cleavage planes on this piece are to die for. The rest of that rock. But yeah, this one and this one might be a couple of my favorites. I mean, I like the blue-white colored ones too. They're very pretty. You know, you could maybe, you know, get away with calling that some kind of a moonstone because it is that kind of bluer color, but it's not moonstone, right? And very much find the peach out here. Tons of it. It's all over the place. Oop, come on, flash the people. I know you will. I have most confidence in you. There you go. Yes, for sure. Very pretty. I also, like I say, I think I've found a green feldspar out here before too. Or just, I mean, it's just a little bit of it in just the inside of a rock. But let me go get it. We'll have a look at it. I didn't know we were going to look at feldspar today. Maybe it's less green and more like, oh, I don't know, black, brown, mustard. I'm really not sure what color to call this. Is it brown and black? So maybe it's not a feldspar. Let's see if we can get it a flash for you, though. There's a little bit, but I think we can do better. There. Oh, yeah, all across the bottom and everything. Is it a feldspar? Look at it over here. It's so wild. There are copper mines up in the hills here. So it's possible that we're finding rocks that are related to copper and copper byproducts. It has iron in there too. Angie, you are just killing it today. Right, Bear? I honestly had myself convinced it was more green than it is in my memory. And it's not green at certain angles, but I just saw this bit up here all flash too, but yeah, some of it's happening here, which why? There's some red bits in there. That's interesting. Oh yeah, there it went. I'm still chuckling about Bear. I'm not going anywhere near color identification today. Yeah, the rock itself is almost a green color, but yeah, holy schmoly, man. What a trip, huh? Yeah, what a weirdo, huh? What you guys think of that? Kind of a weird one. When I find weird things that I don't have the answers for, oftentimes the answer is bring it home and investigate it. And so he's had a home on the corner of the porch for more than a minute. And I walk by him, quite a bit when the weather's nice and go, what in the world are you? You weird rock, you. $406. Travis, some kind of funky, weird feldspar I found. we were like, why? Well, we were talking about, okay, so we know why they're peach. We know why they're blue. That's K feldspar and P feldspar, things like that. But Angie and Karen informed us that green feldspar can be a result of some copper staining. And I had convinced myself that this rock out on my back porch, of course, I haven't seen it in several months, right? I saw it briefly the other day, but I haven't been spending a lot of time out on the back porch because we've been buried in snow and it's been not nice. But I had convinced myself that this feldspar was a lot more green than it was. I mean, there's lots of shiny feldspar bits happening in there, but they're more of we've decided brown, right? I mean, brown, mustard brown. But they're doing their thing. So yeah, anyway, it's just very interesting, the different combinations you can get. Yeah, what an oddball though. Weird rock. And I've got some flashy feldspars. I've got some good ones, but let's see, now I can't make it do its thing. Why? But yeah, that darker stuff, I don't see that nearly as often. Very green crystals in it. They look somewhat granitic. yeah, it's like I say, it's been on my porch for a couple years. Like I remember it just, and maybe really in the sunshine, it'll have a more, let me pop the light onto it. Oh yeah, it looks far more green when like the light is blaring on it. So, you know, seeing it outside all the time, no wonder I was convinced that it was more green than it looks now. Like, honestly, there might even be some cow doo in there. Or mud or something. Anyway. Yeah, with the light on it, it looks a lot more green. So in the outside natural light, the light in here is pretty white. So yeah, weird things. I like weird things. Maybe we should cut it and see what's going on inside. It's an acceptable size for cutting. Flashing you guys. Yeah, what a weirdo though, isn't it weird? I mean, like I say, I find a lot of the pretty ones. I find a lot of the pinks and the blues and, you know, but that one, cut it, says Sandmaker. To the chopper! Get to the chopper! Oh, goodness. Are the shiny spots mica? Could be. Could be. It's definitely harder than mica. The shiny spots. I mean, not the poo part. That part needs a scrubbing with a toothbrush, but no, the rest of it is all, it's much harder than mica. It doesn't mean that it's not some kind of weird member of the selenite or gypsum or mica family, though. That is a possibility. With mold on it. It kind of did look like poo with mold on it, huh? And it's still got some like living lichens on it. In fact, I bet those are BA under the light. I was wrong. They're not. Sometimes they are, but this time, oh yeah, not with the ring light. No way, Jose. Sometimes they are, but that time they're not. What about the rest of these? Oh. Oh, interesting discovery. Make sure to wash my hands. Well, not until after I have a drink. Well, Angie, it was on the back deck. That was not an indoor rock. You'll have to excuse if some of my outdoor rocks have less manners. Okay, so we got this cool guy. Let's see, I'm just gonna spin him around. That I don't have to dig for the power on and power off. Okay, let's get in on him just a smidge. See if we can get him to focus. Okay, which way do we go to make that tighter? Is it that bit there? It's that bit. Okay. White, blue, kinds of colors, what we're seeing. Shade him out a little bit from all of the sunlight. Boy, camera's not doing that justice. What I see with my eyeball. Not even a little. That's maybe a bit better. Oh, it's just not showing the pink that it's showing, and my camera's doing the drift. It's so bright pink. It's not fair. It's not showing at all as nice as it does on my That's maddening. It looks like a yellow orange on my camera, and it's so pink in life. What if I back off a bit? Nope. Get in on it, maybe. No. Oh, it's so pink on my end. Not fair. Okay. We'll just quit fighting that battle right away. Boom. All right. Same day, different poo. Same poo, different day, I think. It's all about the poo, for sure. For sure. I love a good poo on this channel, like a good old, like, investigation into some interesting poo. So, next set in the tumbler right now, it's gonna be calves, but they've got 3 more weeks to go. So remember when I cut a whole container of like, I think a lot of them were like square and triangle shapes, and we had like maybe one kind of semi-round one. So we'll see if they come out, you know, kind of like, you know, some of these pieces, some of these other glass and rock pieces that I've done, or, you know, like these. We'll see if they come out kind of nice. It's all kind of an experiment. So, but they've got a ways to go, but the rocks come out tomorrow. So we'll get to see, actually I call it rocks, but I think it's a majority of the lotus petwood. So we'll get to see that. Tomorrow's Thursday. I do the tumbler on Thursday, so. Excuse me. And what else do we know? I don't know. Lots of jewelry making. Oh, I did say I would show, because some of you guys weren't here on Sunday when I showed the jewelry. What was that about the time that you had to make up a tumbler signs on the tumbler machines? Yeah, I've thought about labeling them with my shape. Like, one tumbler has a heart on it and the other one has a star on it, or something like that, so that I could just call them, you know, heart and star. But so far I've been able to just keep track of what's inside of them. I ran out of chains, so I did some of them on those leather strips, and the rest of them I did on chains. I think he might be the only shiny one in the bunch. The rest of them are all the frost ear glass. Am I right? Yep. Thanks, Sandmaker. But yeah, just a super simple little, I drill a little tiny hole into them and then put a pinch clasp. Like I say, we were talking about the sounds of these earlier in the dish. Man, they make a pretty sound when they're all together. I'd be afraid to put a glass wind chime out here on the prairie, but I could make a wind chime for you, Angie, if it's not as windy where you live. Sadly, no superpowers still. Still waiting. And then these ones are all the all the way shined up glass. These ones went all the way through the tumble. Can't get them all picked up. There they go. Oh, yeah. You're welcome, you guys. Ooh, boy, bear. A glass bead necklace, huh? I think maybe I got some, of course, this one's huge. I've got some smaller ones where I've saved the tops off the bottles and polished them. And of course, this one's huge. But what if it were smaller, right? What if this were one of the smaller ones? You could use it like a beard bead or up in your hair or something. It'd be pretty cool. That drilling would be so tedious, would it not, Sandmaker? A money tree with glass, that'd be cool with UV glass. Ooh, I kind of like that. Does anybody out there do that? In this group, does anybody wire wrap the trees? I think that, excuse me, I think that Everybody Rocks was doing some wire wrapped trees, excuse me, with some little jewels in them. This is the most atrocious thing. Don't judge me. It was my grandma's and I love it. Okay. It so reminds me of my grandma every time I look at it. And all of the little, all of the little amethyst pieces are coming out of this. But do you guys, the trees, you know what I mean? Does anybody do the wire up tree? Like I say, don't judge. It's missing half its little amethyst things, and somebody did a bad re-glue job on this thing, but it just needs a little TLC, and it'll be fine. It'd be cool to do a tree like that with some uranium glass like leaves on it. There's ants in the windowsill. Spring has sprung. Oh my goodness. Yes. Come on in, ants. That would be a cool tree. I just think. And then I do actually have some like super smaller pieces that came out pretty tiny that I pulled out before they were done. They must be in the kitchen still. I was gonna maybe make a piece with them, but you should do a tree. I don't know if I can, Angie. Maybe if I looked at that one enough and looked at it enough, maybe. Oh, cool, yeah. That's cool, Bear. Oh, Andrew says, we believe you, Allison. Were you reading my mind, Andrew? Because I was just thinking, should I tell them that it smells like shit in here today or not? Oh, man, it's bad. Like, I'm having a hard time. There's a stiff breeze outside today. Like, no joke. It's windy. And it is blowing. Calving smell? Pig farm smell? Something really bad. It's blowing something really bad in I can even taste it just a little. No, not from the thing, no. No, I've smelled it before that. I've been smelling it all day. There's something, like somebody, the Hutterites, here we go again with the Hutterites. So they live like kind of like the Amish, right? On a colony together, and they run huge farming operations. And I kind of wonder if they didn't like clean the pig farm today and like put manure out on the fields. Mm-hmm. 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 That's it, Cynthia. And now the wind is blowing just right. And you can taste it in the air. You have some copper cables you've been wanting to do into a... maybe, Bear. We'll have to chat about that. Glass. Get glass, bend wire around glass, stop when the... Oh. Oh, Angie, it's pretty bad. Yes. Yes, Karen, you've got to love that time of year when you can smell fresh manure fertilizing the local crops. Stop wrapping wire around it when the glass quits falling out. Yeah. And I suppose, if as long as you were tactful about it, on a piece like that, it's not jewelry. On a piece like that, you could probably get away with using just a teeny tiny touch of glue here and there too. Yeah, whatever it is, it might even be a combination of pig and cow. It's absolutely wonderful and delightful. No, it's not. I've had a few moments too where I'm like, is it me? It's not me. Oh, Oregon is super rich with some very umami smells. When you drive by the dairies and the cheese factories and things in Oregon, and the beach too. The beach has a fishy smell. Oregon's kind of a funky smelling state. North central Montana's especially aromatic as well. There's lots of gas and oil out here, and that really gets rough. But yeah, there's definitely the breeze is blowing in the right direction today to catch me some kind of farm smells. You are super funky. Won't you take me too? All right. It was kind of a shorter episode today, but that's kind of all I got. Salty old fish cheese. Chickens get you, huh, Jeff? Yeah. Yeah, see everybody's place. Benjamin and hello, Benjamin. Benjamin says that the fish runs smell nasty when there's millions of dead fish after the salmon run. Fish cheese. Might be good. That might be the best thing ever, you know? Sometimes that stinky stuff is pretty good. Yeah, feedlots are pretty bad. Pretty stinky stuff, yeah. Mink farms, says Bear again. And turkeys are bad too, says Cynthia. Yeah, I mean, there's something funky in the air today over here, you guys, so I'm real glad you don't got no smell-o-vision, because if I wondered if it was me, probably so would have you. Like I say, I know it's not me though. It is, but yeah, I've kind of had a hard time hiding this like look on my face today. So, I thought I'd say something, especially after Andrew was like reading my mind over there. Was it Andrew or somebody else read my mind? Oh, goodness gracious, you guys are cracking me up today. Yeah, so there's all my wire wrapping stuff. Did you guys see that? I made a little horn tripod and put all my wire. It's been like that for eons. I shuffle this poor thing around. It's never got a real home. But at least all my wire goes at once. It's just a big deer horn tripod. Let's see, where's the third one? Over here. 1, 2, and 3. It sets down on the buttons. And yeah, like I say, I shuffle that thing around, but at least all my wire moves together. I've got so many deer horns. I was like, there, I just make a little deer horn wire holder. Yeah, just hangs out. If I need to move it, I just reach in there, grab a hold of that one prong, and off goes my wire to the next spot. Keeps everything nice and tidy. But yeah, kind of I mean, most people look at that and say that's chaos, but no, it's absolutely organized. I love it. And easy to, you know, if I want to put it right in my workstation, it comes right to my workstation. If I'm done with that and I need to run a YouTube live, I could just pick it up and move it away. So I do dig that setup, even though it's kind of, I mean, it's about as rink-dink as my rake. But yeah, it does the job. So yeah, I mean, we looked at a lot today, guys. And then the rock is still in. Should we look at that really quick? You guys want to look real quick? It's probably pretty dark in there, but now that the oil's done dripping and oof, it's still yucky in here. Here we go. Get some more saw oil on my phone. Okay, she's in there, guys. And she's getting close. Let's see. I've talked before about how I like to leave the handle down on my saw to eliminate any kind of weeble wobble while I'm cutting. So when I start, I like to discount. 1, 2, 3 is thick enough. Oops, I went the wrong way. 1, 2, 3. See? Okay, so now we know that's a good thing to keep in mind, right? That we count. 1, 2, 3. Boy, that's, we could get 3 and a half. I'll let that ride. I'll go in the up position just because we're nice and snug in there. But 3 is thick enough. 4 is about as thick as I like to go, unless it's kind of a brutal material. Kind of a bit brittle. Goodness gracious. Kind of a brittle material, then I'll go thicker. That way Don't just completely crumble it. But yeah, we got one more cut to make on this pretty rock. I'll turn you back around one more time. We'll look at it. I really like kind of that rindy, you know, it's pretty. Will we get into another pocket or something cool? You never know. So if we get one more cut out of that as it sits in the vise, one more nice thin one. And then we can do something new, which I don't know what we're gonna do. I've got more pretty agates picked out. We've got that other one that we talked about might be some kind of a... Jeff might have nailed it. Picasso jasper or something. Look how oily I got just doing that. All over the back side of my hand. Yeah. You guys are funny. Oh. You know, we might be able to... Yeah, the Picasso marble. There it is. And I still haven't washed whatever that is off of it. But like I say, I'm afraid that the prettier part... To me, the prettier part is this part. And I'm afraid that it's going to taper out of that rock. So I will cut it. Just maybe not next. Maybe we'll see what's going on with this weird... See, it looks green in that light, doesn't it? Weird green rock that looks brown, black in the camera sometimes. It used to be all the rage. So, I mean, maybe, just maybe, I'm not real sure. Sometimes I think, oh, it's so flashy. Sometimes I think this one's next in the saw. I'll do this one next. And then I'm like, oh, look, something shiny. And I'm like, oh, let's take this to the chopper. And the one that I thought was next gets, I mean, it just gets put into a pile of like, I want to cut this. I want to cut that. I want to cut it all. If I could clone myself and just stand there and, I know, let's cut it now. I know, but there's one more slice there and it's going to take a hot minute. That agate does not cut quick. It does not cut quick. I'm not dressed. I put it, this is a new t-shirt. Let's not ruin the new t-shirt. So I got to get dressed with my apron and put a mask on, put some safety glasses on to keep the oil out of my face and stuff. Okay, says Angie. You know, I got to get all dressed up, set up, and then we can cut. But yeah, I mean, what are we going to do next week? We might go out and look for rocks soon. We might. I've heard everybody's like, yeah, enjoy the weather because it's nice just until it snows again. And I'm like, I don't like your attitude. But everybody keeps saying, we're going to get snow again. So we'll see what happens. And if I fear that what's going to happen when hounding season gets here is that everything that was on the chopping block is going to get way shoved aside because I'm going to come home with something and be like, what's inside? What's inside this rock? Let's put it in, let's just chop it in half. We'll just chop it in half just so we can get a look. Like, I imagine coming home with some stuff that like, look, I found this rock that'll fit perfect in the saw. Let's chop it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next episodes, but it is getting nicer out, and that means we're going to get to go rock counting soon. In fact, I might bundle up and go out this afternoon. Oh, Bear, lucky you. They were predicting 60 up here, 60 degrees up here on Wednesday. It's not doing that. And it's windy and icky. But I mean, the sun is trying to shine. 73. Oh, wow. That's gotta be like so nice. Like, I'm talking, you still need to bundle up outside here. It's, I bet if we're lucky, it's like 50 above. With the wind, it feels less nice than that. So I might, like I say, really bundle up, cover up my ears so I don't get wind in my ears, and maybe go out for just a minute this afternoon before the meteorite meeting. The dog would sure like it. In fact, I wonder if she, you know what? It doesn't matter. Like a weekend of rock hounding, all the way until the end. Anytime I touch my magnet stick or my rock hounding bag, even if I rock hounded, left the rocks in the bag, and then came back to it later, if I touch the rock hounding bag, she's like, what are we doing? She just starts screaming, are we going for it? And I'm like, I just wanted to, I'm dumping them out. I'm not going to touch it. We're not doing anything. She is a freak for a rock walk. So she knows right now that we're all out of pattern and out of style. And she's got her peach bottom. She gets all peach shaped, pear shaped. She gets all pear shaped in the winter. And so, yes, awesome, John. Do be lurking tonight. We love having you lurk around. Like I say, just listening to the rock hounding language or meteorite language gets you just a little more proficient in speaking and understanding those languages. So yeah, anyway, I wonder if I go grab the rock bag and the stick, if she'll immediately know that the weather's nice and that's what we're doing, or if she'll be like, yeah, you're just moving things around today, aren't you? We'll have to record her and see. Woo! Oh my goodness. Woo! You know what? After that, holy cow. Oh my gosh. It might be a good idea just to get out of town and get some fresh air today. Holy cow. I'll slap you in the face, man. That's bad. I thought I was smelling it a couple of days ago too. And I actually had a dream that involved smelling stinky things. And I woke up and was like, wow, that's kind of weird, but yeah. Ooh, man. That is horrible. Oh, guys. Guys. I can't even pretend to be okay with this. I need to get downwind, upwind. Yeah, something. I need to get away from that wind. That is rancid. Ooh, guys. Holy moly. Start some sweet candles. Yeah, burning incense. I just rubbed some Thrive oil. What is that? Cinnamon, clove. Oh, now it just smells like cinnamon, cloves, and poo. Look, I like looking at crap, but I don't necessarily love sniffing it. Oh, it was bad for a second. Some kind of really wicked draft came. Like, the wind picked up there for a second and pushed it right through this house. The plumber says that. So does the farmer. Yeah. So does the rancher. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get hit with that at work a lot when they come in and it's just falling off their shoes and stuff. It's like, oh, sweet smell of money, isn't it? But yeah, I'm not at work today. I'm in my home. Vicks, yeah, Vicks. I've done the Vicks vapor rub under my nose trick for lots of horrible, stinky things, Bear, but yeah, it does work wonders. Man, that's bad. Like I said, I've been smelling it a little for a couple of days, but now that the wind is really getting after it, it's pretty awesome. Hey there, Shroom, who's lurking and working. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. He says, same to you. Same to you. Absolutely. Having an awesome day. Thank you for stopping in. Good to see you. The old forensics trick. Yeah, so on that note, like I say, I might get out of here for a minute and go do some hounding before the meteorite meeting tonight. You guys are all welcome to the meeting. Come hang out if you feel like it. And we'll sing the song. Shroom, you're just popping in for the end anyway, so we're just wrapping it up. But yeah, let's sing the song, and then we can go on more adventures, and we can meet here again next Wednesday and tell each other all about it. All right. Love you guys very much. You guys go out, do the thing. Leave a like on someone's video. Leave a very nice comment on someone's video. It all helps the algorithm, and we all need all the help we can get. I will see you this weekend for the podcast, and for Kyle, everybody be sure to tune into Kyle and see what kind of new stuff he's got. And all around. We'll see you all around. You guys have an awesome rest of your week. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you again next hump day. Let's sing the song. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one, and a green one, and a blue one, and a yellow one. And they all are very pretty, and they all are everywhere. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. We'll do it again soon. Till then, happy hounding, happy adventuring, happy projecting, and be well, be kind, and we'll see you all again very soon. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a happy week.